Well, hello students. So today is our last lecture for this course of 171. Okay. So we were discussing religion, and within religion then we lastly talked about secularization. Okay. So secularization, 4 points I had mentioned last time. Religion and society, one is generalization, individuation, transformation and desacralization. So last time we discussed all the three. What is remaining is desacralization, that's the last point. Okay. So today we will talk about desacralization. So 4 main views of changing role of religion in industrial society. 4 main views of the changing role of religion, in Western industrial society. So religion and society, desacralization. So desacralization is derived from the word sacred. We had earlier talked about sacred and profane while talking about Emile Durkheim with regard to religion. So the world of sacred and the profane. So from sacred the word sacralization, and from sacralization then say desacralization. Sacralization means the process of becoming pure with a religious touch. With a religious touch, the process of becoming pure, the process of becoming sacred. The process of becoming sacred. Whereas desacralization means unbecoming of the process of sacralization, or the reverse process of becoming sacred, desacralization. That is from sacred to becoming profane, or in simpler words, that is becoming more materialistic. Becoming more materialistic, and to say more sociological language, it is becoming more rational. Becoming more rational. So desacralization in a way refers to rationalization. Desacralization refers to the process of rationalization. A number of sociologists have argued that sacred has little or no place in the contemporary world, particularly in industrial world. Sacred has very little space, because the modern world has undergone a process of desacralization. Modern world has undergone a process of desacralization. This means that supernatural forces no more hold sway in this world. The influence of, or the control of spirit, the control or the influence of spirit or otherworldly objects, those things no longer influence human action, human thinking, etc. So the world has been emancipated or released from the world of spirit or Satan, evil force. World has been relieved or emancipated from the influence of the Satan. Action is no longer directed by religious beliefs. Man's consciousness has become secularized. Man's consciousness has become secularized. Has become secularized. Consciousness has become secularized. Max Weber's interpretation of industrial society provides one of the earliest statements of desacralization. He claimed industrial society is characterized by rationalization or intellectualization. Max Weber, you can remember Max Weber, we did discuss Max Weber's rational action when we talked about bureaucracy. When we discussed bureaucracy, you can go back to your lecture notes, you can look back into the earlier video. While talking about bureaucracy, I did rely upon the formulation of Max Weber, that is on rational action. On what is rational action? Means and end relationship. That's what I had explained to you that time, if you could recall. So that concept is becoming now relevant in this context. It is said that in industrial societies are now characterized by rationalization or intellectualization, and above all by disenchantment of the world. Disenchantment of the world. That is called rationalization. Rationalization of the world. This is scientific expression. More religious expression or philosophical expression, which is called disenchantment of the world. Disenchantment of the world, which means who is disenchanted? Disenchanted means becoming unhappy. Now, what does it mean? Who becomes unhappy? Now, the supernatural forces, the gods, starting from small god to big god. So, they are disenchanted, unhappy with the world, because the world is no more religious world. So, belief is becoming less and less influential, religion is having less and less control. So, from religious world we are becoming more and more secular world. Therefore, the religious evangelics or religious thinkers, they think that the supernatural forces are disenchanted. Disenchanted means displeased. Supernatural forces are displeased because a human being is becoming day and day less and less religious. Therefore, it is said to be disenchantment of the world, means the supernatural forces are displeased. The meaning and motives which direct action are now rational. Weber's concept of rational action and his view that industrial society is undergoing a process of rationalization. Industrial societies are undergoing a process of rationalization. That is what Weber says. What does it mean? Rational action, Weber means that action which is a calculated action, a precise, deliberate, precise, calculated action. What he says is deliberate, precise, calculated. deliberate, precise and calculated action deliberate, precise and calculated action, where human action is deliberate, means pre-planned, it is precise, it is calculated, means calculating means you have to look into the advantages, disadvantages. So, two things are involved here. One is first to decide about the goal. The actions should be goal directed. Action should be first goal directed. What should be the goal? Then you can also debate over what is a goal, how important is the goal, can there be alternative goal? Because for a goal you may have to pay a heavy price, you may have to pay a heavy cost. So, you may not be willing for that goal, you may have an alternative goal also. So, goal directedness. So, here means you should have plurality or alternative goals. Because once goal is decided, then a rational action would encourage you or rather prompt you to work out what are the ways and means to achieve the goal. What are the ways and means? There can be several means, alternative means or simultaneous means. Maybe just one means is not enough. You may have to adopt more than one means at the same time to achieve a particular goal. Or if you work out a particular goal, if that is workable, if you work out a particular means to achieve a goal, how much it costs you. Cost means not in monetary terms. In every sense, it is monetary and it is socially, it is emotionally, in every way is it becoming too much to achieve that goal. You are paying too much of a cost probably which you cannot afford, too much of an emotional cost, too much of health wise hard work, etc. You have to pay otherwise health wise a cost. Maybe emotional in the sense that you may have to migrate, you have to keep away from your family, you cannot look after your family. So, emotional cost, financial costs, there can be many costs. So, if you work out an alternative, the means to an end, goal is the end, and in order to work out the goal, you may find one means or there can be several means. And if you usually there will be more than one means, several means, and you have to weigh. You have to weigh which means is more costly. Costly in the sense that I just say, whether it is emotional cost, time wise cost, financial cost, social cost, political cost, psychological cost, many. So, which is more payable and which is more affordable, because there are several alternatives and maybe one alternative is easy to achieve, but you have to pay a heavy moral price. You may have to pay a lot of emotional price. Another is a long run process, but it is too time consuming. Things like that. So, you have to choose, you have to do a way, see which is more affordable and which is not. Several means are there which is more affordable. And if you find the means which are available, you simply cannot afford any one of them. One cannot afford any one of them, then one may change even the goal. From goal you may come to alternative goal which is achievable. A goal which is too heavy a goal which is too heavy to achieve and the cost you pay is not affordable, the means that are available you cannot afford. So, then you have to work out an alternative goal. Alternative goal or goals? Alternative goal or goals? Alternative goal or goals? That is what he means to say deliberate, precise and calculated action. So, here you establish in a rational action you should means and end relationship. Means and end relationship. Means and end relationship. So, action should be goal oriented, fine, but then several means should be worked out, and there can be plurality of goals also. And if the goals here, means here cannot be affordable, you cannot achieve the means, they are too hard, too expensive or too time taking, whatever, then you may look for an alternative goal which is more achievable, because the means that are available there are easier and you can afford them and you can work out that. So, means and end relationship, you have to connect the end with the means which is affordable. This is called rational action according to Weber, and a bureaucracy is based on this rational action. A bureaucracy is based on this rational action. His measurement will be objective and they will be based on factors which can be quantified, accurately measured. So, what I said, the pros and the cons, that the cost you pay, they should be measurable, they should be more precise, so that measurement costs, measurements will tell you which is more expensive, which is less expensive, which is more time consuming, which is emotionally more stressful. That is what he means to say, it should have objective and measurable means. He will reject the means to reach the goal which cannot be proven to be effective. Some goals, some means are more effective and some means are less effective. Some means are more effective and some are, so if you say means effectiveness. So, means are decided on the basis of effectiveness. Some are achievable, some are not, some are more effective, some are less effective. It is based on the cold and deliberate calculation, the reasons of intellect. A number of sociologists have accepted Weber's interpretation of the basis for action in industrial society. In Religion and Secular Society, in the book Religion in a Secular Society, Brian Wilson, the sociologist whom we had discussed earlier during secularization study, Brian Wilson states that religious thinking is perhaps the area which evidences most conspicuous change. Men act less and less in response to religious motives, or men in industrial society are less and less driven by religious motivations. They assess the world in empirical and rational terms. So, Brian Wilson says world people more in rational and empirical terms. Brian Wilson says world is now perceived more as more in terms of a rationality and empirical truth. The world is no more mystical world. The world is not a mystical world, it is empirical world. World is natural world and human world is non-mystical, it is man-made. It is objective, empirical or objective world. It is objective world. Brian Wilson say rational empirical terms and objective world. Wilson argues that following factors are encourage the development of rational thinking. One is ascetic Protestantism, which created an ethic which is pragmatic, rational, controlled and anti-emotional. So, following Protestant ethics, now he says one religion, non-emotional, and pragmatic thinking. And pragmatic thinking. Second, rational organizations are, modern world is governed by bureaucratic organizations, or say bureaucratization. Bureaucratization of modern world. Modern world is governed by bureaucratic organizations, and I have already told you bureaucratic organizations are governed by rational action. So, an industry is a bureaucratic organization, a government department is a bureaucratic organization, a college, university or or army, military, you talk about, or education, what do you call, health organization, they are all bureaucratically organized. So, they are all bureaucratically organized. They are all bureaucratically organized. So, the world is bureaucratized. If that is correct, most of the organizations, whether government or non-government, even private organization, manufacturing organization, commercial organization, business organization, they are all organized in a bureaucratized manner. Therefore, rational action is prevalent everywhere in modern society. Therefore, bureaucratization is indicative of rationalization. Bureaucratization is indicative of rationalization. Third, greater knowledge of social and physical world results in development of the physical biological sciences. Development of sciences and understanding the world scientifically. Understanding the world scientifically, or scientific understanding of the world. Okay, development of scientific disciplines. There is biological science, there is physical science, there is social science, there is psychological. So, all the factors or all the aspects of the truth, all the aspects of the world is scientifically explained. That is what it said, development of sciences and understanding the world scientifically. Fourth, the development of the rational ideology and organization to solve social problems. Solving problems. Solving problems means one is associated with nature or natural world. So, there you can use technology and solve the problems, but more solving problems here means, here you have technological solutions, to material world. But to the human world, the issue is because there is this difference between mind and matter. The human world is psychological world, human world is subjective world, human world is emotional world, human world is different from natural world. You say, so whether human world is man-made or not. Yes, so, and if assume that human world is man-made, then human problems can also be solved through man's knowledge. Because if you assume that human world is man-made, it is not divine-made, there is some amount of subjectivity, but in spite of that, the social phenomena are measurable. Here I do not say because natural world, natural phenomenon, material world, they are measurable, but human world, the question is more confusing regarding whether social world is measurable or not. So, here the assumption is that yes, a social world is measurable. Social world is measurable. You can measure social phenomenon, poverty. What is the extent of poverty? What is the price index? Okay. So, social world, social phenomenon are measurable. Okay. If you said there are caste related issues, how acute it is it measurable? Yes, it is measurable. There can be data related to that. Religiosity, secularism, are they measurable? Yes, they are also measurable, and thereby those issues can be handled. So, for that you have to assume that the social world is also measurable like the natural world, and once you assume that human problems are measurable, so you can plan. You can plan for future, you can mobilize your resources for solving human related problems, for poverty, for health issues, for education. These are all social problems which can be measured and which can be solved through resource allocation, through planning, etc. Through planning. Planning is scientific action. All right. So, Wilson argues that rational world is the enemy of religion. A rational world is the enemy of religion. rational world is the enemy of religion. Rational world is the enemy of religion. Following Brian Wilson, other sociologists like you say Peter Berger. Peter Berger. Berger developed some of Weber's and Wilson's idea, Brian Wilson's ideas within the framework of sociology of knowledge, and he maintains that people in Western society increasingly look upon the world and their own lives. People in the Western world, say for example, instead of saying Western world, say industrial world. So people in the industrial or modern world look upon the world and their lives without benefit of religious interpretations. As a result, there is secularization of consciousness. Consciousness secularized. So there is repeat of the same point by another author. So there is secularization of consciousness. So Peter Berger argues that the decisive variable of secularization, the decisive variable for secularization is the process of rationalization, that is a prerequisite for any industrial society. If you say industrial society is a secular society, thereby you are assuming that industrial societies are rational, they have undergone a process of rationalization. So rationalization is a prerequisite for secularization. The rational world views rejects faith, which is the basis of religion. Which is the basis of religion. A rational world view rejects faith in religion. Rational world view rejects, rational worldview rejects beliefs or religious beliefs, or rational worldview rejects faith which is based on religion, religious belief or faith. In a book entitled The Homeless Mind, Peter Berger and Berger and Kellner, three authors, Berger and Kellner. It's not pronounced as Berger, it should be pronounced as Berger. So Berger and Kellner, three authors. In the book is entitled The Homeless Mind. The Homeless Mind. Compared to industrial society, they argue that pre-industrial society are more closely knit and more integrated. Pre-industrial societies pre-industrial society is more well knit or close knit or integrated, because pre-industrial societies are non-differentiated societies. Okay, these are non-differentiated society, means structural differentiation has not taken place there. Non-differentiated societies where specialization has not come through. So, family, work, education, politics, medicine, these are all closely related, and everywhere you will find religion. Politics, art, literature, education, family life, even health, medicine, work, everywhere you will find. So, these are all well integrated, means non-differentiated society. The society has no, so it is well integrated. It is well integrated. They form part of the same pattern. This pattern could be comprehended and made sense in terms of single universe and meaning. So, in this non-differentiated society, it is easy, the consciousness was easy, you have one notion of reality, is one notion of, there is no plurality of thought, plurality of realities, and the interpretation of the world also is simpler in terms of the master thought, in terms of faith. On one faith, everything has to be interpreted in relation to the same faith, in relation to the same faith. So, there was no complexity, it was well integrated because there was no plurality of thoughts or plurality of meanings. Plurality of truth and plurality of meaning was not there. Typically, religious beliefs formed foundation of this universe of meaning. So, this meaning which I am talking about is a religious meaning, and the truth, that is also a religiously defined truth. So, truth and meaning, if both are religiously defined, then there is no confusion. Everywhere you will find same meaning, everywhere you will find the same belief, and it regulates the entire aspect of life. So, modern industrial society, but on the contrary, modern industrial society is highly differentiated and segmented, and as a result, members have plurality of life worlds. Now, when the society is differentiated, there will be a plurality of life world. Modern society, differentiated, highly differentiated. So, there will be a plurality of life world. There is a plurality of life world. So, if there is a plurality of life world, then what does it mean? Now, politics is different from religion, economics, occupation is different from religion, education is different from religion, medicine is different from religion. So, everything is now specialized, and there is plurality of life world. Note down this. This is very important way of expression, or that is a phrase called plurality of life world. So, plurality of life world means it has a great secularizing effect. Plurality of the life world has great secularizing effect. Firstly, since the various life world have different and even contradictory meanings, for example, the worlds of business and family life, it is difficult for the religion to integrate this plurality of social life. There is uncertainty. When there is the plurality, there is less of integration, less of integration, and there is less of integration and less of certainty or full of uncertainty. less of integration or uncertainty. Uncertainty level is very high. So, general uncertainty with different sets of meaning. Individual is not certain about anything because there is no single world view. There is a plurality of world view that creates uncertainty. So, in a differentiated, non-differentiated society, there you have a single world view. If it is society is differentiated, then there is a plurality of world view or plurality of life world. So, plurality of life world causes uncertainty. Plurality of life world causes uncertainty. Thus, plurality or plausibility of religious definition of reality is threatened from within, that is within subjective consciousness of individual, and this causes secularization. This causes secularization. Fine. So, we stop here about secularization. Okay. Now, so we completed this topic on earlier we had talked about 4 approaches. Now, 4 views of religion, 4 views of secularization in industrial society. Generalization, individuation, transformation, desacralization. Okay. So, this is the end of secularization concept. Henceforward, as I told you, today we have the last lecture, but I would give you a material to read. We have another small topic to follow, that is, you say, social change towards modernity. We have already discussed institutions. Okay, we discussed family, marriage, discussed social stratification, discussed religion, secularization, bureaucracy. So, these all, having discussed this, you get a picture, you got an idea as if the society is stagnant, as if the society is not changing. So, we take a structural view of the society, we looked at the society through institutions, then does it mean that these institutions are all stagnant? Don't they change? So, but we have already told you in the very beginning, I have told you in the very beginning that society undergoes change. So, there is something called social change. So, I will teach you something about social change, but instead of teaching you here in a classroom situation, I will send you lecture notes. I will photocopy, that is a shorter topic or a brief topic. So, we will I will photocopy and send it to you through email. I will send it to you through emails. So, the topic is social change. Topic is social change. So, how society or what sort of changes that we have experienced so far. Social change. New topic that we should discuss is social change. What sort of changes that society has undergone? So, first point that we would like to say that from village communities, from rural communities, we have become now urban communities. So, urbanization is a process. So, there are various processes of change, various processes of change. Various processes of change. So, first would be urbanization. urbanization. And within urbanization, there will be something called demographic change. Urbanization, it includes demographic change. Demographic change. Second is bureaucratization. I have already discussed about this bureaucratization. Just now we talked about society is made up of now bureaucratic organization. So bureaucratization is another process of change. Bureaucratization of societies, then called industrialization. Industrialization is the other process of change. Okay, urbanization, bureaucratization, industrialization. Three important processes of change, and the outcome is, one more point to be noted here is alienation. It's called alienation. At the end, the fifth point would be that you have ended up, after alienation, you have ended up with a problem called ecological crisis. Ecological oblique, you say, environmental crisis. Ecological or environmental crisis. So there are 5 points. I will send you a lecture note, photocopied material through email. Now I will not come to lecture, and there would be henceforward no videos. And this is for this semester, we complete our lecturing part, and for social change, I'll send you photocopied material through email as attachments. You take prints, so you have 4-5 points to follow, and that is about social change. Fine. So thank you, all of you then. Okay. So all the best for the end semester. You have already done the mid-sem with me. I am going through your papers. End sem, you prepare all these. All the best.